Do you feel like you've lost your spark? Lately, getting out of bed feels like a marathon, and tasks that used to be simple now seem impossible. When you look at your to-do list and realize you haven't moved an inch, you might whisper to yourself, "I'm just being lazy." But there is a massive difference between laziness and burnout. While they look similar on the surface, their roots are worlds apart. Laziness is a choice. Burnout is an emotional and physical collapse. Here are 6 science-backed signs that you aren't lazy, your mind is simply exhausted. 1. You no longer find joy in what you love. Laziness is usually about avoiding a boring or difficult task. Burnout, however, is a state of anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure. If your favorite video game, hobby, or creative passion suddenly feels like a chore, that's not laziness. It's a sign that your emotional battery is at 0%. 2. You're tired even after resting. A lazy person usually feels energized after a nap or a relaxing weekend, but if you've slept for 10 hours and still wake up feeling like a zombie, you're experiencing chronic fatigue. Burnout affects your nervous system, meaning physical sleep isn't enough to fix the mental drain. 3. You've become irritable and cynical. Lazy people are often quite relaxed. On the other hand, burned-out individuals are on edge. If a simple text notification or a minor question from a friend makes you want to snap or cry, your brain is in a state of overstimulation. You aren't mean, you're overwhelmed. 4. You are socially withdrawing. You don't hate your friends or family, but the idea of responding to a WhatsApp message feels like climbing a mountain. This is a survival mechanism. When you are burned out, your brain shuts down non-essential social functions to save what little energy you have left. 5. You experience brain fog. Laziness is a lack of motivation. Burnout is a lack of cognitive function. If you find yourself staring at a screen for an hour without being able to process a single sentence, or if you keep forgetting simple things, it's because your prefrontal cortex is struggling to cope with stress. 6. You feel a deep sense of guilt. This is the biggest differentiator. A lazy person is usually okay with not doing anything. A burned-out person desperately wants to be productive, but physically and mentally cannot. This creates a cycle of self-hatred and guilt that only makes the exhaustion worse. The verdict. What should you do? Burnout isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you've been too strong for too long. The cure for laziness is discipline. The cure for burnout is compassion and rest. If you recognize yourself in these signs, stop pushing. Give yourself permission to do nothing without feeling guilty. Your brain needs to recover, not work harder. I hope these insights helped you better understand what your mind might be going through. Sometimes the problem isn't laziness, but deep mental exhaustion that needs real recovery. Rest is not weakness. It is part of how the mind heals. See you in the next video. Psych to go.